I'm Maya and I'm speaking for Judeobolschewienerinnen today. We are a collective of left-wing Jews based in Vienna from diverse origins and backgrounds. Our thinking and our actions follow the principles of Deutschheit, freedom and solidarity. As we are speaking, people in Gaza are dying and the world is watching. More than 9,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli bombs in the last 4 weeks, and at least 32,000 people have been injured. Every 10 minutes, a child is killed in Gaza. The surviving Palestinians have no clean water, no electricity, hardly any food. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to seek shelter from the relentless blasts. Several hospitals have run out of fuel and stopped operating, transferring patients to the few hospitals that are still running and that are already overflowing and overwhelmed with patients. At the same time, violence by the Israeli military and Israeli settlers has surged in the occupied West Bank, where over 130 Palestinians have been killed, at least 2,000 injured. 1,900 Palestinians have been detained. The Israeli state and its supporters claim to speak and act for all Jews, for the safety of all Jews inside and outside of Israel. It is quite obvious that this is not true. Israel is neither keeping Jews in the diaspora from anti-Semitism, which, by the way, comes overwhelmingly from white supremacists, nor has it ever been a safe haven for Jews, as the propaganda promises its Western allies, many of whom have and are still supporting Zionism because they would rather see Jews out of their way than among them. Yes! Zionism is just another form of white supremacy, and this is nowhere clearer than in Israel's systematic oppression of Arab, Persian, African and other non-white Jews since the founding of the state. To the state of Israel, Jews are only bodies to use to settle the land it wants to grab. It does not care about keeping Jewish citizens of Israel safe. Why else would it brainwash Israeli children to faithfully fight in wars? Why else would it fund Hamas? Why else would it do nothing to enable a hostage exchange? It is because Israel doesn't care about Jews. It cares about removing Palestinians from Palestine. So, as I was saying, Israel does not care about Jews, it cares about removing Palestinians from Palestine, and right now they are doing it once more with ethnic cleansing in the West Bank and a genocide in Gaza. We stand here as Jews today to say loudly and clearly, not in our name. We are sick and tired of genocide being committed in our name. We are tired of the hypocrisy of the land of Luega and Hitler crying crocodile tears for us. The genocide of one people can never justify another genocide. We are tired to see our suffering and continuous persecution being used to justify racism, colonialism, more genocide, and the dehumanization of Palestinians in Palestine as well as here in Austria. Not in our name. We are in dismay at rising anti-Semitism and worldwide attacks on Jews, but equating any criticism of Israel or Zionism with anti-Semitism does nothing to protect Jews, quite the opposite. Conflating Jewishness and Zionism puts a target on the backs of all Jews, whether or not we support Israel. Similarly, repressing Palestinian voices and criminalizing Palestine solidarity movements does nothing to protect Jews. In fact, besides targeting mainly Palestinians or Muslims with its racism and Islamophobia, such criminalization also targets Jews like us, our free speech and our activism. In Israel, Jewish anti-occupation activists are being persecuted and detained. Dear Austria, you should ask yourself, as you are already persecuting Muslims, will you also persecute Jews if you don't like what we have to say? We stand in solidarity, anger and shared grief with our Palestinian comrades. We oppose the false premises that equate being Jewish with supporting the State of Israel. And we oppose the false premises and hypocrisy that equate the support of Palestinian self-determination with anti-Semitism. We say the diaspora and the diversity of the Jewish people, no matter where we live, will not be negated and erased. Where we live, there is our home, and there we want to be safe. Never again means never again to everyone and anyone. Free Gaza! Free Palestine!